Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing something really personal. How I game with only 2 days off a week. If you're like me, working a hectic schedule, balancing real life stuff, and still trying to squeeze in some gaming, this video is for you. I'm gonna walk you through my routine, share some tips that help me make the most of my limited gaming time, and recommend a few games that work for short play sessions. So let's get started, and if you're a busy gamer too, drop a comment and let me know how you manage your gaming time. First, let me give you a picture of my schedule, because I know a lot of you can relate. I work a rotational roster, so my shifts are all over the place. But some days I'm working late into the evening, and by the time I get home, I'm too tired to game. Other days I've got daily tasks to focus on, or I'm spending time with my wife, which is super important to me. Between work, real life stuff, and trying to make videos for YouTube, I sometimes don't game for weeks. When I do get a chance to play, I aim for the afternoon or evening on my days off, but it's tough to squeeze in even a few games for myself. I know a lot of you are in the same boat, trying to balance everything and still find time for what you love. So here's how I make it work when I do get to game. I don't have a strict routine because my schedule is so unpredictable, but I try to carve out time on my days off. When I know I've got a few hours, I'll sit down in the afternoon or evening and tell myself, you deserve to relax and unwind. I don't use a timer because that would make me feel on edge, like I'm constantly worrying about the clock. Instead, I set loose goals, like I'll play one more game or maybe 3 more wins if I'm feeling good. I also try to stop 2 or 3 hours before bed, so I'm not up too late, but I'll be honest, sometimes I get carried away and tell myself, okay, just 10 more games, and suddenly it's midnight. It's not perfect, but it works for me, and it helps me feel like I'm getting some me time in. Now, let's talk about some tips that help me make the most of my limited gaming time. Tip number 1, pick games that don't take up your whole day. I've learned that some games are just too demanding for my schedule, especially online ones where I need to keep my skills sharp or I get completely destroyed. Tip number 2, don't be afraid to take breaks, even if it's for weeks. I used to feel guilty about not gaming, but I've realized it's okay to focus on my wife or other responsibilities. Gaming will always be there when I'm ready. Tip number 3, set small, flexible goals for each session. For me, that might mean finishing one mission or just playing a couple of matches, something I can do in an hour or 2. And tip number 4, give yourself permission to enjoy it. I struggle with this a lot. I'll talk more about that later. Speaking of games, let's talk about the ones I play when I've got limited time. I mostly stick to offline games because online ones require too much commitment to stay competitive. My go-to right now is Cyberpunk 2077. It's a single player game, so I can play for an hour, do a quick mission in Night City, and save my progress without feeling pressured to keep going. I love the story and the atmosphere, and it's perfect for short sessions. If I'm in the mood for something online, I'll log into Call of Duty or Overwatch 2, mostly out of nostalgia and to stay sharp. But I only play 1 or 2 matches, not like before when I'd play for 12 hours straight. I also jump into World of Warcraft or Destiny 2 sometimes, but those are tougher because they can suck me in and I don't have the time to keep up with the grind. For me, offline games like Cyberpunk are the best way to relax without the pressure of staying competitive. I'll be real with you, one of the biggest struggles I face is picking the right games and figuring out if I should even be gaming at all. I'm always torn between gaming and doing something productive like working on my YouTube channel in hopes it takes off so I can quit my day job. I tell myself I deserve time for myself, but I get anxious thinking about how little time I have for gaming and how I'm not spending enough time on what I want. And it's a weird paradox. You know? When I'm jobless, I don't play because I feel depressed and unmotivated, knowing I'm not moving forward. Yeah, but when I have a job, I get anxious that I'm spending all my time at work and not enough playing games or enjoying my life. I've figured out that having a job is better than none, and I do like my job. It's just stressful. But for now, I'm learning to balance it all, and that gaming in short bursts helps me find that balance. So that's how I game with only 2 days off a week. It's not always easy, especially with my unpredictable schedule, but I've learned to make it work by picking the right games, setting flexible goals, and giving myself permission to relax. I hope these tips help you. If you're a busy gamer too, I know how tough it can be to balance work, life, and gaming, but it's doable with the right mindset. What about you? How do you fit gaming into your busy schedule? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your tips. And if you've got any other games that are great for short play sessions, let me know. I'm always looking for new ones to try. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more gaming videos like this. Next time, I'm going to talk about how gaming helps me de-stress after a long work week. So make sure you don't miss that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.